afternoon, South Africa, and a very warm welcome to you this amazing afternoon. This is Afternoon Express. My name is Jeannie D. And this week has been absolutely chaotic as far as weather goes. I think if anybody didn't believe in climate change, all they had to do is just see what was happening with the weatherman this week in South Africa. There was snow, tornadoes, floods. So please do be conscious of this. And if you're leaving the house and if you've got an extra blanket or extra jerseys, please do give it to those in need. So today's going to be quite an interesting show. And it's one of my favorite topics, considering my longest relationship has been with the SABC. So I'm not really an expert, so we've hauled in the big guns. Our main guest for today is Felicia Buthelezi. She's the founder of I Do Magazine South Africa, and she's here to share her wealth of knowledge on everything to do with before and after we say I do. Now, our second guest is relationship therapist, gee, I need this man in my life, Stefan Blom. And he's here to talk about what makes relationships stand the test of time. We're also running a Twitter poll today, and we're asking, what do you think causes the most conflict in a relationship? Is it money, trust issues, other people, different goals? You've got 20 minutes to answer that. So hurry up and let us know. We'll show the results later on the show. And on top of that, Bonnie will be sitting down for some winter nutrition advice with dietitian Kelly Schroeder. And in the kitchen, we've got Danilo and Clem.
Indeed we do. Good afternoon, South Africa, and welcome to Afternoon Express. So we're speaking about all I do's, and I'm about to talk about what we're going to be doing in the kitchen today. But also don't forget, today on Winner Home on Afternoon Express, we're going to be having our private property chat. Today, the home is in Camps Bay. So once you've decided what this relationship is going to look like and who you're going to marry after today's show, you can go and find yourself a really cool property in Camps Bay. It should be a really, really cool chat. Then I'm about to tuck over the kitchen today with Clem. It's a kitchen tuck over. You see, that's what we're making.
You see. That's amazing.
See, you see what I did there?
It's amazing because it's a fish taco. see. So we're making my spin of a fish taco.
Oh, yum.
You can do some a few like little ingredients you wouldn't expect to see in there.
Okay.
But it's going to be delicious.
I'm excited about this because fish tacos seem to have been taking over a lot of the restaurants at the moment when it comes to the sort of tapas feel, and they usually serve them on a nice little platter. So I'm looking forward to seeing how you actually get those done. If you want to create it with us and make an exciting dish for your family, find the recipe on our website, afternoonexpress.co.za. And all I'm going to say is you can give as much relationship advice as you want, make a good fish taco, and they're yours. Janie's on the couch.
Well, the way to my heart is definitely through my stomach, so you better be making good food in there today. Now, wife, mother, entrepreneur Felicia Buthelezi somehow manages to find the time to own all of these titles. She started her first company when she was only 22 years old. After its success, she launched a media company in 2011 called Fizokule Media. The company publishes I Do Magazine and hosts an annual event called I Do Awards. Its mission is to bring back marriage into fashion and reinforce the integrity of family values. Please welcome Felicia.
Thank you, Jeannie.
Now, I loved that you said you want to bring marriage back into fashion.
Yes.
Why do you think it's not in fashion at the moment?
I think the main problem, Jeannie, is because the main change happened when women started being empowered and doing all these things that are doing now.
I know, that's such a problem.
I'm telling you. And I think most of them, they then felt that marriage is no longer important in their lives.
I'm one of those people.
Is it? Oh, okay.
You're going to have to try and persuade me today.
I will today, I promise you. I will make sure.
So tell me about how the whole concept of your I Do magazine came about.
Okay, you've just mentioned that I started a business at the age of 22.
Yeah.
What is not there as well is that I lost a mother at the age of 16. So that's a time where I gained my independence. Yeah, so when I had to now become a married woman, a wife, it was kind of like a struggle for me.
Yeah.
To then...
Did you feel like you lost your independence after having it for such a long time? Did you feel like you lost your independence being married?
I think I didn't lose the independence per se, but I feel like it was one of the things that I needed to address before I can commit to someone. So it was my baggage, it was my problem.
Yeah.
Yes, that has a very big effect into affecting the future of my marriage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then what made you start the I Do magazine?
One of the reasons I've just mentioned, and the second one is the fact that is the high rate of divorce in South Africa and in the world. So I wanted to launch a publication that will speak to me as a wife. There is more emphasis on a wedding, which will last for a day. So I wanted something that will encourage me, inspire me, and, you know, motivate me as a married woman and a businesswoman.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's about a marriage, not just a wedding then. That's what the focus is working on your marriage and not just
Yes,
planning
the main
wedding.
focus of the I Do publication is after the wedding. After you have said I do, then we're focusing on that, real issues now.
Okay, so what happens after we say I do? Well, the honeymoon.
The honeymoon. A lot of things happen. A marriage, I must say, it's one of the God's masterpiece that has ever been created for a human race.
Okay.
That is number one. And I know in the past, marriage has been defined by crisis. So the I Do, what we did is to give marriage a facelift.
Okay.
You know, to bring it into fashion, to make sure that a person or a woman who is independent and married and is a mother is able to relate to the content.
Amazing.
Yes, that we provide.
And then you started the I Do Awards. What exactly is that?
We celebrate our marriage.
Okay, and how?
Yes, it's an annual event where we invite married couples to come and celebrate their marriage.
Yeah.
In most cases, you find that after you've said I do, and there is nothing else that you feel like you need to celebrate because maybe you've been through a lot in your marriage with your partner. But we have created a platform for married couples to come and say, I do again. So every year you have this opportunity to wear your gown and come and renew your vows at the I Do Awards.
Wow, okay. To just, you know, steam things up in your marriage. I mean, one day when I'm married, I want every day to be Valentine's Day. Okay, so what kind of different awards are there? Okay,
we have 3 or 5 important awards.
Yeah.
I will mention the silver one. The silver award recognizes the younger couple.
Yes.
And the reason why we celebrate young couples who have been married for less than 10 years or 5 years, it's because most people, they think it's very easy to survive that period.
No, I would definitely want an award for staying married for over 10 years.
For over 10 years. But some people, they don't even last a year.
Yeah, why do you think that is?
I think that is when you get to know your partner, the true...
Exactly.
Yes, who he is or who she is.
Okay.
And some, they don't know how to handle that situation, yes, when they have to deal with real issues in the marriage.
So then you've got silver, and then you go to what?
We got silver, we've got platinum, we got diamond, and the diamond is an award, a very big one, where we celebrate couples who have been married more than 20 years. And last year, or this year, beginning of this year, we celebrated Obabu Ngobo. I think they've been here. We celebrated Obabu Ngobo no Mamu Ngobo for being married for 34 years. And I think, you know, they've been in this public entertainment industry for quite a long time.
So how do the couples get chosen, and what do they have to do in order to win an award?
Okay, we get nominations throughout the year. And our categories are defined according to the years the couples have been together. But that should be supported by their journey, their story. That is what we look at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now we have even more reason to say I do. I think you're almost there. You're almost convincing me. Now I can't wait to
You
get married.
can't wait.
After the break, we're on the couch with relationship expert Stefan Blom. And if you have any questions for our experts today on anything regarding relationships, then tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the official hashtag Afternoon Express. Comment on our Facebook post or call us live on 083 913 3728. We'll be right back after this.
Express yourself. Express yourself.
A warm welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, if you can stand the heat and want more of what our favorite chefs have to offer, then make sure you get down to the Good Food and Wine Show in Johannesburg this weekend. This is where you could meet and maybe even cook along with some of the chefs like George Kalumbaris. He's going to be there. Jay Something, our favorite chef and muso, is going to be there too. Siba Mtongana is also an incredible chef, will be there. And our very own Clem Pedro is going to be there. Today, we're giving away tickets to some lucky viewers, but please note that you have to be in the Johannesburg area this weekend to attend the show, or you'll have to watch via some kind of streaming. I'm kidding. Please make sure you're in the Joburg area to enter. SMS the keyword GFWS. I'm lying to you. SMS the keyword Express and your name to 33728. Express and your name to 33728, and you could be the winner. SMSs cost R1.50. T's and C's apply and can be found on our website, afternoonexpress.co.za. Now let's tackle about it, because are you looking forward to it?
Absolutely. So let's start off with our slaw, right? So we're making a fish taco. Now, I don't know if you ever made fish tacos, right? They can be complicated.
Never. No, I've never actually made. I've made a wrap and that's about it.
There we go.
Student
Oh,
lifestyle.
you're amazing at rapping. I saw that video a while back. Oh my goodness, Dan.
That's a different kind of wrap, Clem. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, so we're doing fish tacos, and normally
Yes.
you have to fry the fish up. And you know, sometimes fish can be a bit tricky cooking, right? I've taken the easiest way to get the fish done, and I'm using the Sea Harvest crisp and chunky tempura battered hake.
Oh, which is so cool because it keeps it together.
It is absolutely a perfect parcel for one taco,
Yeah.
right?
If you're struggling to keep it together in the kitchen, trust this because it'll keep itself together.
Okay, so I'm using the tempura version today. Kind of weird because it's Mexican, but we're using that
Yes,
tempura, it's a
yeah.
bit Asian. But you know what? The flavors go so well with it. And
Amazing.
I recommend you try that, right? So I'm going to put this aside over here so long. And then I'm going to be doing some coleslaw. I've
Well-
got some carrots there for you in your bowl.
Okay, yeah, no, I
Cool.
just wanted to say that also because that fish is so amazing, not only have they got really great ingredients and it keeps itself together, but we've also got a whole bunch of prizes to give away of that. So Sea Harvest are giving those away. So if you want to kind of win yourself a few goodies, you can go onto our Facebook page, Afternoon Express. It's on Facebook. There's a link there to how you can win yourself a whole bunch of goodies. So go and visit our Facebook page right now, and all the details are there and how you can win some cool things to cook with in the kitchen.
Absolutely. You
Cool,
do
so you said
well.
my slaw is in here, you
Cool,
said?
yes. So another great thing about Sea Harvest fish is the fact that the fish is frozen actually when it's caught, right? So it's frozen on the ship, which is
Yes.
amazing. That
Keeps
way...
that freshness.
And also quality. Because, I mean, a lot of times people think the frozen fish is not as high quality as fresh. Definitely go out there, get the good quality stuff. Sea Harvest, get their fish. And, I mean, it makes an easy midweek meal.
Yeah, true.
Always.
And also, one thing that I learned recently from this sort of dietitian was that you have to try and vary your proteins. Everyone's kind of going to go chicken, 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 but the Sea Harvest fish is so available, it's easy to use, and it's there, and it is very, very fresh. And
It
you
is.
need that kind of protein in your diet. So if you're not maybe a fishy person, you need to start seriously thinking about it.
Because, I mean, that's where we get our omegas from, right?
Exactly.
Cool. Okay, cool. I'm obsessed with the cabbage. I need to stop doing that right now.
Yeah.
So in there, I've got some
Carota.
carrots at the bottom. And so I'm going to add some more carrot. Why not? Cool. And then I'm going to add some sultanas.
Oh, yeah.
A little different,
I
right?
didn't think about that before.
Because,
yes.
I mean, they add that nice sweetness to the slaw
Yes.
that's really, really amazing.
Because slaw can be quite bitter, especially if you've got something like a red cabbage in there.
A lot
That
of raw
sweetness
ingredients.
does
Yeah.
make it nice.
But now, I'm also going to add some smoked paprika. We spoke about, like,
Ooh.
smoked ingredients and sweet
Yes.
things. Goes really well. Some smoked paprika goes in there.
Yummy.
There we go. I'm going to pass this to you. I'm going to start chopping again.
Cool.
Cool.
So I'm just going to hold the bowl. I'm the bowl guy.
You're the bowl guy.
Okay.
Some
You're
coriander.
the bald guy, I'm the bowl guy. What are you trying to say? No, that's not.
I'm bald by choice, all right? Let's talk
fishy
in
in here.
15 years. No, I'm just joking. It looks like you're doing really
I'm starting to bald as I've got a widow's peak, and I've always said that I'm going to go bald at some stage, but not yet. We're going to hide that away. Let's not
right.
think about it.
Cool. So, Dan, I'm going to ask you to add the mayonnaise to the slaw, and you can start mixing.
Cool.
And then what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to actually kick off with our little
Fish.
Cool.
Cool.
Can you pass me the tray?
I can indeed. That's yours.
Cool. So, simply just pop it on the tray. What I like about this is you can cook it from frozen.
Ah.
You see?
Which all other things always ask you, please thaw your dish before you get it into the oven. This one you can cook from
just
frozen.
like that. They actually do ask you just like that.
Yeah, they actually have a little voice that when you click. Have you ever tried to click the box and it says, please thaw your fish before cooking through? This one doesn't have that.
No, it doesn't have that at all. Okay,
You don't
cool.
need to.
So the fish is going to go to the oven, and that's literally going to take 20 to 25 minutes.
Okay.
And it's going to be done. So you need to keep on working on that slaw, right?
Yeah,
So,
I'm basically done here, I think, just
yes,
mixing it
what
all
I
up.
want to do is also, we're talking about balancing out flavors, right? So I'm going to add some lemon.
Zestiness. Yeah, because this mayonnaise has also got quite a rich taste that you want to break it with something slightly zesty.
And you want to cut through that richness, and that's
Yeah.
the lemon.
Cool.
And then you know what? I'm feeling adventurous. Are you going on any dates tonight?
Oh, well, should I not keep that a secret, Clem?
No, I'm just saying because I'm about to hit it with some fresh garlic.
Oh, no, then go for it.
Okay, cool.
Garlic is, if you don't like garlic, you can't be with me, girl. Sorry.
Okay, cool. So some fresh garlic's gonna go in there. What I like about this slaw is we've kept everything really chunky instead of really fine. So it's actually gonna sit and not lose texture, which tends to happen with
Yes.
normal coleslaws.
You can do it like that.
Bang it in. So you
Cool.
just mix it through. What I like doing is we've used mayonnaise and we use paprika, right?
Yes.
What's going to happen is the paprika flavor marries into the slaw and it actually intensifies in flavors. It kind of mellows out all the other ingredients.
Very nice. Very, very nice
Yeah.
ideas that you're throwing into this thing. And I've really had fish tacos before. It is quite adventurous, but I tell you, the flavors are amazing. It's something brand new for your palate. It's maybe something you've never had before. So make sure that you guys do try something new. Explore. This is the point of us making these delicious dishes on Afternoon Express. Hopefully to give you a chance to try something brand new. And if you're feeling adventurous and want to get the recipe for this dish that we're making on the show today, go to our website, afternoonexpress.co.za. It's also got a shopping list available for you, so you just print that out, take it with you to the shops, and you can buy all the ingredients to prepare this amazing dish with us on Afternoon Express. Jeannie's on standby.
Stefan Blom, psychologist and author of The Truth About Relationships, soon to be hitting the shelves, specializes in couples treatment and helping people make sense of their relationships. He's in the loft today to give some insight into what makes a marriage stand the test of time through thick and thin. I mean, this is one of my favorite topics of conversation, and I love having a psychologist on my couch.
Thank you for having
so
me.
my longest relationship really is with the SABC, so we've got
That's
a
a
lot to
problem.
talk about. So, I mean, let's start with the first question.
Sure.
Why are people still considering marriage? I mean, is it something that still works?
Sure.
Is it natural?
Okay. Well, I think, partly a marriage is about social expectation.
Yeah.
But I also think it's a phase of a relationship. It can sometimes deepen people's commitment.
Yeah.
But it doesn't fix people's problems, obviously. So I think there's a overemphasis. Felicia spoke about it. The wedding is not necessarily the marriage. It's an event. And it doesn't, after the wedding, the first year after wedding is often the most difficult year for couples because there was so much focus on that event and they think it's going to change their relationship, but it doesn't. But I think a marriage is a beautiful thing and I think it's a celebration. And a wedding as well, it's a celebration with your friends and family. That's really the intention. And obviously legally, it's also a beautiful benefit for couples to be legally married.
I mean, I would love to think that marriage is the be-all and end-all, like we thought, like we were raised to believe when we were kids. But there's just such a high incidence of divorce. I mean, why are so many people throwing in the towel so easily?
I think, partly why people get divorced, we shouldn't actually look at why people get divorced, but rather look at why they start relationships and the choices they make in the beginning part of a relationship, because there's a lot of answers there. I think people enter into relationships looking at it with awareness and consideration, and we should be more critical about the kind of choices we make. So often we find somebody attractive, they're intelligent, and we end in relationships, but we don't really look at what the person's like emotionally, for example, which is a very big and an important part of a person's personality. And I think the emotional part of a relationship really determines the life of that relationship. If you have a person that's, for example, respectful and considerate and interested in change, I mean, you can go anywhere with a relationship like that. But if a person's resistant to change or, doesn't have a temper, can't control their emotions, you'll get yourself into trouble very quickly.
So you've got to choose well, in other words. This is where the pressure...
You have to think about what you choose. I think so, absolutely. And not compromise.
But just out of interest sake, as a couples therapist, can you tell when a couple first walks into your rooms if they're going to last or not?
I think, you know, my job is to create change. So I'm interested in, you know, people come when they're disconnected, they've been fighting for a long time. There's a lot of distance. So the intention is to bring them closer and to feel happier in their relationship, to talk again, to have sex again. That's really the intention. But if, from the beginning part of their relationship, in terms of their history, if they really struggled from the start, the chances of recovery is sometimes less. But you can really fix anything. You can, if you're not having sex or intimately you feel disconnected, you can bring people back together. If you broke each other's trust, you can restore that. So most things can be, that's broken can be fixed, actually. But all you really need is a willingness to do that.
Exactly.
And two people need to be willing to do that in order to get a result.
Even if it's bad in the beginning. I mean, how important is pre-marriage counselling, for example?
Well, I think, you know, all couples, if you're going to get married or not, you need skills. And, you know, it's interesting for me that we can have skills on many other areas of our life, but when it comes to relationships, we tend to neglect that. And there's an essential list of skills. In the Truth About Relationships, there's more than 30 relationship skills that I think any couple, including myself, needed in order to survive that relationship. So it's like an investment. If you're not going to invest and learn new things and grow together, I mean, you don't give your relationship a proper chance.
What would you say are the most important tools to surviving a relationship? Like, if I'm going to be in a relationship that's really going to be amazing, and a marriage, what are the tools that I need to have?
Well, I think, first of all, I think you need two people that's willing to grow together and try their best in order to stay together. The intention is to have a close, connected, loving, beautiful, happy experience, you know. And secondly, I think people need to learn to disagree. I think disagreement is a very important part of any relationship. And disagreement basically means allowing two people to have their two points of view, their own set of emotions, perspectives, sitting comfortably in the same space. And somehow we find it very difficult to disagree. Most disagreements turns into a fight. And they shouldn't really. So I think learning to disagree and allowing us to have our differences, our different perspectives or our different personalities is a very important part of any relationship.
Because I think people go into relationships with the best intentions. I don't think anybody, you know, gets married thinking, oh, I'm going to get divorced in 3 years.
Absolutely not.
But somehow it ends up happening time and time again. I mean, is it because people are just easy come, easy go? Why are so many people getting divorced now? Like, what's changed?
Well, I think relationships are very delicate things, and I think we need to take care of them. I think there's a lot of influence of social media. We allow a lot of things to impact on our relationships. We live very busy, stressful lives, and I think, you know, stress, people under stress is, you know, you don't show the best parts of your personality. So I think you need to learn to protect your relationship and close it off. Privacy, I think, is extremely important. And you need to take care of each other along the way. And I think that just, you know, we tend to look outwards instead of inwards. So I don't
Privacy is definitely the new luxury.
Absolutely. I think it's an underrated commodity.
Don't post your love on social media, because then you don't earn it anymore.
Absolutely.
After the break, we're going to be back on the couch with our experts, taking your questions on relationships. So tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the official hashtag Afternoon Express. Comment on our Facebook post or call us live on 0839133728. I can chat about this all day, so we're going to be right back after the break.
Thanks.
Express yourself. Express yourself.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. The healing has begun. I'm going to be married in no time, I've got a feeling. Now, if you've just joined us, we are chatting marriage, relationships and love. And we're back with entrepreneur and mother Felicia Buthelezi and psychologist Stefan Blom. Now, when we started the show, we ran a Twitter poll where we asked, what do you think causes the most conflict in relationships? And here are the results. Money, 28%. Trust issues, 56%. Other people, 0. Different goals, 16%. Wow, so trust is a big one. I thought money actually would have been a little bit higher. What do you guys think breaks down relationships? What are the factors that break down relationships more?
Well, I think, you know, it's often about the way we speak to each other, not necessarily what we say. So I think a lot happens in the way people communicate. And if it's disrespectful or not gentle, honest, must be honest and gentle. If it's not like that, it's very damaging for people. And I think it's one of the big causes for a breakdown in a relationship. I also feel like people need to be seen emotionally. You want your partner to see and understand you, and you want them to show an interest in what's important for you.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that, I think people lose interest.
Yeah.
So I think it's a lot to do with the way we speak and treat
But
each
it's
other.
quite funny that trust issues came out quite high. 56%, that's more than half, think that trust issues are breaking down relationships. And it kind of touches on social media with, you know, liking somebody's post and...
Well, trust is
For
more...
me-
Excuse me?
Okay, for me, it's different from all the listed points there.
Yeah.
What I found in my marriage and with people that I work with is that we tend to ignore our past, you know, our
Oh,
backgrounds.
I definitely forget mine.
Not your past, but we ignore to ask questions or to do our research on our partners. We just fall in love and forget about that issue. And it has a way of coming and destroy the future of your marriage, because the truth is we are what we have learned in our home from our parents. So that's a point of reference. So if we ignore that part, how our parents communicate their love, and you know where I'm coming from. Was I raised by both mother and father? Was I raised by a single parent? So those things are very important, because then you are going to take them going forward to your own home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've got a caller on the line. We've got Yomkela. Hello, what's your question or comment?
A young woman in business.
Hi, how are you?
And coming from London. In the materialistic society we live in, how do you know that the man that you attract is actually in love with you? Or in actual fact, and after what you have in inverted commas? And how do you juggle the two cats? You know, when you're in a relationship, you have to be submissive, inverted commas. And then as a businesswoman, you know, you have to play that leadership role. So how do you know when to get rid of the leadership role when it comes to the relationship?
That is an amazing question. Like, that's something I really should have asked as well. Thank you so much. Such a good question. Like, really, where do you know if somebody, how do you know, did you hear what she said, if somebody's in love with you? And how do you know when to give, like, what to fit in with your role? Because you can be a strong woman, but sometimes in a relationship, you've got to maybe let the man take the lead and be the man, because otherwise he gets emasculated. Happens.
You can answer the first one. I'll answer
Sure, I'll go for it. You know, it's an interesting question. I think if somebody in therapy would ask me, do you think this person likes me, or do you think he or she is interested in me? The answer for me would be no, because a maybe is always a no. I think real interest is a definite two-way interest. And there's no analysis needed. You don't have to ask me that question. You should know. So I think it's a very definite experience from two people, and that's a definite yes. And in terms of roles, I think, you know, the power thing, you want to talk about that, but I just think it's important that the person should embrace you and all your dimensions. That's important to you. And I think we can be many things. We can be strong, and we can be weak, and we can be vulnerable, and we can be, you know, we can be a mess, and we can be, you know, whatever. And I think we have multiple dimensions, and I think when you really love somebody, you also get to know all those dimensions. We're not one-dimensional human beings, you know.
I mean, I think sometimes that I live in a fairy tale, but if I think of that movie, he's just not that into you. And it just makes sense to me. If a guy's interested in you, wild horses couldn't keep him away. So by him playing games and not calling you and not being that interested in you, he's just not that interested in you.
Oh, wow.
That's what I think anyway. Okay, we are going to go now. We're going to go head over to Bonnie in the garden, and we'll be right back with you guys. We're going to be right back. Over to you, Bonnie.
Welcome to the Fresh Pack Natural Goodness series. During the winter months, we need reassurance that we're making healthy choices for ourselves and for our families. Fortunately, with the natural goodness of Fresh Pack, you know you're doing just that. In winter, there's always an easy excuse to indulge in comfort eating and avoid exercise, but this needn't be the case. Joining us today to help us make the right nutritional choices in winter is dietitian and chef Kelly Schroeder. Welcome back, Kelly. Lovely to have you with us again.
Thanks for having me here.
So, how do we avoid piling on the fat in winter?
That's a question I get daily in my practice. I think we all have a tendency to want to hibernate in the winter time. We want to sleep more because it's darker in the mornings. We don't really want to go to gym so much. And to some extent, I think it's all right to slow down a little bit in winter, but you still have to remember that your body requires the same things. So in terms of lifestyle, you still need exercise and movement, and you still need rest, and you still need stress management, and you still need to eat well.
Yeah. And is it true that it's harder to lose weight in the colder months?
Technically, scientifically, no, it's not. Nothing really changes in the
excuse
winter. It's just, I think,
snuck in there.
behaviorally and possibly psychologically, we don't really feel like exercising as much as we do normally, and we don't really feel like eating lighter, colder food. So things like salad are not very enticing in the wintertime. So I think that's a challenge for many people, and that's why there's a perception that it's harder to lose weight in winter. But technically, the science of, intake versus output is the same. So what you take in needs to balance with what kind of exercise you're doing and the movement that you do every day. So it's important to remember to balance those things.
Right. What healthier options can we integrate into our diet to make sure that we're healthy?
Okay, so I always start with vegetables. If you're not eating enough vegetables every day, that's a really good place to begin. If you're talking about winter food and comfort food, I think the first things that come to mind are like stodgy, starchy, high-energy foods.
Look, I need comfort food all year round.
You and me both, Bonnie. So what is really nice to do is try and combine some of those starchier foods with more vegetables. So you end up eating a little bit less of them and more of the things that we need more of. And also then you're reducing the calories. So if you want to eat rice, for example, then you would eat a little bit less rice, choose brown rice, and add a whole lot of chopped up veggies to it. Makes it taste nice, you still get the comfort, it's still warm, it's still satisfying, and it's healthier.
Yeah. Do you have any ingredient or recipe ideas that you could share with us to make our food interesting while not piling on the kilos?
So one of the things I love doing is soup in the winter time. Even ready-made soups. Not packets of soup, but ready-made soups where you can buy all the ingredients kind of chopped up and grated up, and then you can cook it yourself with water. So it's really like lazy girl cooking. So I don't spend...
because I hate chopping turnip.
Absolutely.
Just saying.
And if someone can do it for me, I'm thrilled with that. So I will do that and maybe add some chickpeas or some lentils to it so that you're getting protein and more nutrition. And then a natural stock is fantastic. But if you just want to use a vegetable stock powder, at least you're still getting your veggies and you're still getting your protein, you're still getting your fiber. So any way that you can include all of those nutrients all in one dish
Drinking
is
all your
great for me.
nutrients. I love that idea. So there's nothing more comforting in winter than drinking a hot beverage. But how can we make sure that we're well hydrated throughout winter?
Okay, you still need just as much fluid in winter as you do in summer, although you might be sweating a little bit less. So if you are drinking water as well as you do in summer, then maybe you're okay, but most of us forget. So most of us will forget to drink water because it's cold and it's not that pleasant, and we're also not feeling that thirsty. So drinking tea is a really good place to start. Drinking caffeinated beverages is sometimes a way that people manage that in the winter, but actually drinking caffeine-free beverages like rooibos is a better option. Other options, like I said, the recipe that, where I said soup, that's one of my favorites in the winter because it's a source of fluid as well as nutrition. So things like dairy products are also a wonderful source of fluid, and they're nutritious. So we can avoid things like sodas and sweetened beverages and drink warm things and soups to meet your fluid requirements in the wintertime.
And why is rooibos such an ideal winter beverage?
For all those reasons I was just saying. It's free of calories, so it's fluid without the calories. It is free of caffeine, so you're not going to be running around all dilated pupils and stressed out and anxious because of too much caffeine. So you can drink many cups of rooibos a day without it affecting you physiologically like that. And it's also nutritionally beneficial. Rooibos is a fantastic source of antioxidants. And the more antioxidants we have in our diets, the lower our risk of developing lifestyle diseases like cancer. So if you can include rooibos for that reason, it's really great.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, Freshpack Rooibos is all about choosing the healthy way with so many delicious flavored options to choose from, like honey, lemon, watermelon, and mint, and cranberry and pomegranate. It's so easy to enjoy all the beneficial antioxidants, no caffeine, and of course the natural goodness of Freshpack Rooibos. And it's delicious served hot or cold. Today we're giving away a hamper containing a selection of Freshpack teas. To stand a chance of winning, simply SMS the keyword Freshpack, your name and city, to 33728 right now. SMSs cost R1.50, T's and C's apply, and can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za. So until next week, keep yourself and your family happy, healthy, and enjoying life with the natural goodness of Freshpack Rooibos.
Express yourself. Express yourself.
It's not called Win a Home for nothing. You, the viewer, can win one of 3 completed apartments at Valdevie Estate, valued at more than 3 million rand, by voting for your favorite design contestants' lounge on privateproperty.co.za. Win a Home is proudly brought to you by Private Property in association with Nedbank.
Yes, 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 and welcome back to Win a Home on Afternoon Express. Now it's time for our weekly private property chat, where we take a look at a beautiful home and its surroundings. Today we're joined by Executive Director of Sotheby's, Yael Geffen, to talk to us about a beautiful property situated in the breathtaking Camps Bay. And there are so many beautiful houses there. You have the best job in the world.
I'm married to property.
We've just discussed this. Your relationship is strong. It's solid.
Solid.
You know, they say you build your house on solid ground, you build your marriage on solid
It's
ground.
solid oak.
Let's talk about the beautiful Camps Bay and this home you bought for us today. Talk us through why it's so magnificent for you.
Well, there are so many unique and beautiful properties in Camps Bay, but not every property is listed and sold 2 days later.
Wow.
Which is what happened in our case.
Wow.
Our agent, Sylvia Rankmore, sold this property 2 days from the day she listed it.
Sheesh.
And the reason being is one is able to move into this property lock, stock and barrel.
Okay.
Often when you're looking in Camps Bay or Clifton, something has to give. You've either got to renovate it, you've missing an amenity like a pool, or it's a smaller garden. But this has everything, and that's why it's sold so quickly.
People are at the moment buying into surroundings, and I've noticed that when I was looking at property investments there, you know, the talk always is Joburg, is that it got a little buzz going there because lots of developments are happening. It's very like unstable, so it could like skyrocket. But Camps Bay is another kind of market, and I really want to understand from your viewpoint, what is happening in the property market in Camps Bay at the moment? Is it investment ready?
Absolutely. I mean, Cape Town in general is hot on the trot because there's so much semigration. It's an international haven for foreigners. But Camps Bay in particular, if you think about it, a lot of people like Camps Bay because Hout Bay is further away. Clifton is a little bit congested. And you can really get that ideal property with all the bedrooms, all the amenities. You're a hop, skip and a jump away from Camps Bay Beach.
Yeah.
And Camps Bay is really the Côte d'Azur of South Africa.
Exactly. Well, if properties are selling 2 days later, it's really, really cool.
Not all properties,
Yeah,
just
well-
our property.
Good one, good pitch. Okay, well, this property specifically has got a beautiful view, magnificent view.
Yes.
You're right on the ocean. You can literally
Yes.
just, like you said, hot trot and skip towards
I like
the
hot
ocean.
trot and skip.
That's
I
quite
like
a good one.
hot trot, yeah.
And it's also, it's 500 square meters. It's beautiful, 5 bedrooms. So talk to me more about this specific property.
And even the home itself is 500 square meters. It's on a land size of 876 square meters. So the garden itself is huge.
Amazing.
Which you don't normally get. So
Not
if
in
you have
Camps
kids,
Bay,
not
yeah.
in Camps Bay, yes, not in Camps Bay. So the finishes are world class. There's solid oak flooring. All bedrooms, 5 bedrooms are en suite. There's a scullery. It's basically, you just walk in, you move in, and there's the lounge.
Oh my word, I
Everything's
recognize
open
those things. That's a very pretty couch.
I was just about to say, did you steal our couch?
Well, exactly. While they were shooting that, that's what they left with, you know.
Exactly.
The couches afterwards.
Yeah, so the finishings are beautiful, and that's, remember, this home came with all the furniture, all the finishings, was just recently renovated. Master Chef
is
kitchen
stunning.
over there,
Wow.
fully imported.
That's my spot in the house. I think I'll even put my bed in there. I'll sleep in that kitchen.
I think Kim Kardashian would be happy with a walk-in closet as well.
Everyone would. Even Jeannie's going to get excited about that.
Exactly.
Let's talk a bit about the open plan state of this house, because open plan seems to be where everything's moving, with space becoming limited. Obviously, obviously this is not limited space in any way, but talk me through why open space living is such an important direction to move towards.
I think what it does is it makes the home become really integrated. So if you're entertaining or cooking, it's nice to be a part of the action rather than hiding away in the kitchen, which also means you don't have to have staff when you're entertaining. So it's basically great for entertaining, connecting with your guests and your family, and it's a lot more spacious and a lot more clean.
Yeah.
So that's why it's more popular.
Sure. Well, this house is amazing. I think I'm going to need a bit of time to quickly go and see if it's still available. Is it?
No, it was sold in 2 days.
No, well, it's good to have you here, with us on the show.
Next time. But
bring
I
us
think I
home.
need to return the couch. Huh?
Yeah, we should probably take this back afterwards. Now, if you guys want to check out many more homes like this in the neighborhood that fits your needs, head over to privateproperty.co.za right now. And while you're there, vote for your favorite winner home design contestant's kitchen. You only have 1 day left to win that grand prize, or to get a chance to win that grand prize, which is up for grabs. So don't waste any more time. Here's how.
It's not called Win a Home for nothing. You, the viewer, can win one of the 3 completed apartments at Valdevie Estate, valued at over 3 million rand, by voting for your favorite design contestant's kitchen on privateproperty.co.za. Win a Home is proudly brought to you by Private Property in association with Nedbank.
Express yourself. Express yourself.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. On the show today, Clem and myself are helping you prepare dinner. And today we're making a really delicious, crispy Hake taco on the show, which is something that not a lot of people have learned to do in their lifetime. I've had the huge privilege of tasting one of them before, and it is so amazing. So I must ask you, what exactly is a taco?
So the taco, in a sense, is kind of that wrap that encases all the yummy goodness.
Okay.
Right? So that's what it is. And whatever you feel, like you can put like anything. I suppose you can even have a peanut butter like a jam taco, as long as it's in that taco, unleavened flatbread.
I see, so it's a flatbread. So what are those hard, crunchy things?
That's a taco shell.
It's a taco shell, different thing. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
absolutely.
I just wanted to make sure, because every time I go to the shops, I see wraps and I see tacos and I see this and a tortilla and this thing and that thing. So I'm glad I now know the difference. All right, let's finish this off.
Okay, cool. So I've toasted my tortillas over there. You can actually hold one up. Cool. I've toasted it in a dry pan, but my favorite way to toast them is directly over a hot flame.
Cool.
So do it so well.
Over a hot flame, just like that.
Just like this. And if you buy this one, wait, you'll get more. You'll get this one too. We should actually start all infomercials. Okay, cool. So that's toasting up beautifully over a hot flame. Otherwise, dry pans perfectly. Amazing. There we go. You can pop it over there, nice and hot.
And if you don't have a hot flame like that, you can just put it on a flat pan, right?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I was zoned out and doing my infomercial.
Okay, cool. So some coriander's going to my little chopper with some like more garlic, right?
Yes.
We say we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Some lemon, some maple syrup. When last did we use maple syrup?
In a while,
It's been
so
a
it
while.
adds that sweetness, which you've got that sort of the zestiness of the lemon, and you've got that really freshness of the coriander. So a little bit of sweetness will do us well. What is that?
That's some brown vinegar.
Ooh.
Again, some acidity with our lemon.
Okay.
And then some olive oil goes in. And we're going to just blitz this all up. While I'm doing that, can I ask you to start topping our tacos with some coleslaw?
Sure, I can. So how do you do that? Just put it on or in your hand, or?
You just pop it. You can use your hands. I mean, it's street food. It's all about using your hands, right?
Well, as long as the hands are clean, which mine are, so that's
And you
good
washed
news.
your hands, I saw you.
I did, indeed. Cool, so just like this, and like that. Oh, yum.
Cool, that's enough. And if you keep on going, do the rest. Cool. And we got our amazing fillets out of the oven.
So they've been cooking in the oven for a while. It doesn't take too long, because you can cook them from frozen, which is awesome.
And that was just 25 minutes, done.
Lekker. One of those ones you can put in and ignore, which is awesome.
So let me just slide this tray over here. It's a little hot, but you know what? Chef fingers, chef fingers.
I'm a good sous chef. I'll just move out of your way.
No, cool. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
I'm just going to cut them through the center. And then,
Just keep them nice and thin.
yeah.
Cool.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
There we go. And
so
put that
well.
one in
There
there
we go,
like
look at that.
Close that up. And there you
So
have
I'm
one.
going to serve the coriander sauce on the side. We can just help ourselves over there on the table.
Sure.
Cool.
Cool, fantastic. And one more we'll do over here. Don't have time to do the last one, I don't think, so I'm just
Someone's
gonna
not eating. It's okay.
It's you and I. That's the deal. I can do one more very, very quickly if we can. If you guys want to get the recipe, it's on our website, afternoonexpress.co.za. All the shopping lists and recipes for everything we make on the show is available for you over there. All the T's and C's for our competitions available for you over there. Basically, it's the place you want to go to every single day to get inspiration for food and life in general, catch up on all the recaps, etc. So our tacos are basically done. I'm going to take these over to the table. Want to come along?
Yeah, I'll follow you. Go so long. I'm going to bring our sauce with.
Bring our coriander. It's looking so amazing. It's one of these street food things, so I hope you guys do not mind using your fingers for these.
I'm so excited for these fish tacos. When I got here today, I said to Clem, I'm having a dinner party tomorrow night. What am I making? And that's exactly what I'm going to serve.
Definitely.
Yeah.
There you
Great
go.
idea.
you.
Now,
That
we're
one's
currently
looking like a
running
good
a
one.
very exciting competition on Facebook where you can win tickets to Felicia Buthelezi's 2017 I Do Awards in Johannesburg. So that's next year's awards, and it's including flights and accommodation. Simply go to our Facebook post and let us and tell us what your secret to a happy relationship in the comments section is, and you could be the winner. So tell us, go visit our Facebook page. Thank you. Don't mind your hands. This looks amazing. Thank you so much, guys, for coming through. And I'm sure that you've helped so many other people understand better relationships and having a happy marriage and lots of love. I definitely want to get married now. Maybe it's time for
I've
us.
got a lot to learn from that conversation. I feel so incompetent. Good night, South Africa. Happy eating, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. I'm going to take
Let's
a
talk
massive
about it,
bite.
Jeannie.
The hottest address on TV is Winner Home on Afternoon Express. Proudly brought to you by Private Property in association with Nedbank.
Another feel-good production.